Roxanne, if I were a betting man, I'd guess you were about to say something extra.
Me? Never. I was just going to point out with a little more ethical flexibility. There were plenty of ways for you to win that Intercontinental Championship.
In other words, I could have cheated.
Well, yes, but not necessarily. You turned your back on a Samoan freaking werewolf to check on the poor squished referee.
I'm not going to apologize for doing the right thing, Roxanne.
Losing to the New Day, losing to Fatu, losing your former partner. How many times does the right thing have to blow up in your face before it becomes the wrong thing?
What do you get out of being the devil on my shoulder, Roxanne?
You remind me of me. Before I got it. Before I realized who I am.
And who's that?
A winner. At any cost.
Archetype, I know you don't think we're done.
We're definitely not. Fatu, I think we're gonna be doing this for a long time.
You talking like you earned my respect. You didn't earn nothing. I was about to send your ass back into retirement when that little punk-ass Hector stuck his nose in my business.
He stuck his nose in our business. And you aren't the piper he's gonna pay for that. I am.
You got business with Hector? You got business with Braun? You got business with Wise Man? You forgetting one thing, Oos.
What's that?
I run this business, and ours ain't done.
Did you have any idea? Did you see it coming?
Now, in retrospect, yeah. I missed every sign, plain as day.
You're sounding very zen about this. Hector Flores may have cost you the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm mad, believe me. And I got even angrier when Hector spun all those half-truths and lies in his press conference.
What about his challenge for the Royal Rumble?
Hector and I will have our reckoning. Down the road. He was right about one thing. I am focused on getting back to the WWE title. And that means entering the Royal Rumble match.
So you're ready to declare yourself?
No. I'm going to earn my spot. I don't need another social media storm about me skipping any lines.
I respect that. When was the last time you got in the ring with Randy Orton?
Man, years.
Well, I'd say this seems like the perfect opportunity to see two veterans renew their rivalry. How about the Archetype versus the Viper in a Royal Rumble qualifying match tonight?
Where do I sign?
Hector Flores is the referee. What's happening here?
The following contest is a special
There's a spot in the Royal Rumble match on the line here, and this so-called referee could not possibly be more biased against one of the competitors.
I'll agree that this is highly irregular, but we should not be in the business of prejudging a referee's performance. Hector Flores might call this right down the middle. Man did a whole press conference talking about how he was going to stop the Archetype from winning the Royal Rumble and going to Mania. We need to know who pulled the strings to get him a referee's license.
The Archetype and Randy Orton are vying for a spot in the Royal Rumble match, but the referee Hector Flores has a vendetta against the Archetype.
Whatever you can do, I can do better. Counters on top of counters.
Springboard moonsault!
Wow!
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Feeling the energy and ready.
And that'll put an abrupt end to his little one-man show.
One step ahead there. Sling blade action. Turn your skin red. Turn it around with a reversal. And he was ready for Orton.
Uh-oh, massive miscalculation on that one. And now unloading rights on his opponent. That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
Reversal. And that turns things around.
This timing with that springboard.
Fights back. And there's the sling blade. He's headed up high.
Up high. From the top. Finds the mark with a leg drop.
His body is dealing with a lot of stress here.
Yeah, but we all knew this was going to be a physical affair.
Ducked underneath. Into a German suplex. Could be thinking of high-risk offense here. From the top rope. From the top rope, a super stomp.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
A moonsault.
A helter-skelter attitude here, getting to the bottom and going back to the top.
Wait, what the heck's going on here?
Brought down with a neck breaker. I'm at an utter loss for words here. What was the point of that? To what end?
Orton never saw that coming.
Orton outthought him there.
Finds the roll-up.
And the pin attempt is waved off. Proximity to the ropes playing a huge factor there. I have to commend them on their officiating tonight. It has been nearly flawless. He slipped out of the way there.
Look at this. German suplex. And not done yet. Another German.
A trio of wicked German suplexes. And down with the belly to belly. Oh, he's calling for it. Managed to get out of harm's way.
Hey now, is our referee becoming a participant?
Dangerous Hurricane Rana. You've solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move.
Change of plans, a hit to
The Archetypes headed to the Royal Rumble.
Hector Flores stopped the count.
Given their history, you knew Flores wasn't going to call this down the middle.
Look out.
RKO is blocked.
Clothesline attempt. I know the RKO.
And now it's a fast count.
The Archetypes road back to the WWE Championship does not lead through the Royal Rumble match.
Randy Orton wants nothing to do with Hector Flores.
Hector doesn't care. He got what he wanted here tonight.
You're right, Corey. Hector Flores swore that the Archetype would not make it into the Royal Rumble match, and tonight he kept his promise.
If you didn't want me in the Rumble, why put me in a qualifying match?
I had nothing to do with Hector Flores being the referee.
Then who did? It's your show, Aldis!
This image in your head of the evil GM scheming against the hero? A lot of things have changed since you left, and that is one of them. But how Hector Flores ended up in SmackDown's referee rotation, and specifically your match, is a mystery I'm going to solve.
Little late now. That match with Orton was my ticket to the Royal Rumble and Braun.
You could make a fair case for a reversal due to biased officiating.
The Archetype beat sentimental favorite Randy Orton by whining to GM is not my vibe. What I want is Hector. There's only room for one of us in WWE.
Are you suggesting...
Yes. An I Quit match at the Royal Rumble. Loser leaves WWE. Forever.
You've worked so hard to come back, just to potentially throw it all away? Take some time to cool down and think this over.
I don't need time. I need Hector Flores gone from WWE.
If that's what you want, I'll make the match official.
Big night?
Yeah. You saw how this all got started.
You must have a lot in your mind. I just wanted to say, I've been where you are. I've stood in that ring and ended the career of one of my heroes. I've had mine ended by someone I respected, maybe even feared.
Everyone's talking to me like I don't understand the gravity of this match. I promise you I do, Sean. My future is on the line.
It's not just about your career. It's about who you are. After I returned from my injury, I thought I knew pain. But when Hunter turned on me, that cut deeper than my surgeon ever did. If you're not careful, the trail will drag you somewhere dark. Somewhere you don't come back from.
Hector was like a brother. But I can't let this slide. I'll do what I have to do. No more, no less.
I hear you. Just remember that every choice you've made on this comeback run, every match, every moment, they all led here. When the final bell rings tonight, you and the rest of the world are gonna know who you really are.
Woods, you're looking even more pleased with yourself than usual.
I was just thinking, you know, I could have told you about Hector. Day one, I looked at that dude and thought, squirrely. Like, hide your lunch money, squirrely. But hey, you had to find out the hard way. Betrayal, humiliation, career on the line, classic pro wrestling. Kind of poetic, really.
Hector made his bed. I'm just the guy flipping the mattress.
Your walk on the high road hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. Maybe it's time to try something a little different.
Yeah? What did you have in mind?
You could take the scenic route through Chair City and make sure he never double-crosses anyone again. Or you lose and you're gone from here for good. You might want to start thinking about what gets results. Champions bend the rules, break the mold, and leave people with no doubt who they are.
I've been thinking a lot lately about honor, about loyalty, about redemption.
That's deep truth.
I've been through a lot the past few years. All that will they, won't they business with the Judgment Day turned out they won't. Then my childhood hero John Cena took me for a roller coaster ride, which sounds amazing, but it wasn't at a theme park. It was a bad emotional kind. I chopped off my hair and had an identity crisis. You know, the kind where you get super mad and kick a tree so hard it leaves a dent. When I calmed down, I reflected on my whole life. You know what I saw? a childhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, recording my first album. That time I sold the original American flag. I might have gotten another life or two mixed up in there also. What I'm saying is, WWE needs people like you. We all do. I miss you when you're gone.
Thanks, Truth. I don't plan on going anywhere.
Good. Otherwise, this conversation would have been a huge waste of my evening. And I've got things to do, and so do you. You gotta stop monopolizing my time and get focused for your match tonight.
Well, then we better stop talking.
I quit matches are no joke, my friend. And putting your WWE career on the line? Whichever way this thing goes, someone's life is gonna change.
Yep. I'm disappointed that it came to this. But Hector doesn't want us to coexist here, and he's brought me around to his point of view.
You worked so hard to get back here, and it could all be for nothing.
You're right. That's why I gotta win. There's no way I'm ever leaving this behind again.
Then what you're gonna have to do to Hector isn't pretty.
I understand what I have to do out there. And I understand what's at stake.
Then you should also understand that there are some choices you can't take back once you make them. And I got a feeling one of those is right around the corner.
This may be the Archetype's last night in WWE.
The following contest is an I Quit match. Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 224 pounds, the Chosen One, Chris X.
If Hector Flores retires the Archetype tonight, it will be the worst case of being undone by your own creation since Frankenstein.
That's a big if, Wade. I think the student is about to find out why the teacher stands in front of the class.
Tonight we'll find out if the Archetype has the killer instinct to make his former students say, I quit. Hector Flores betrayed his mentor. Now his whole career is on the line.
And his opponent from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 202 pounds, Hector Flores.
This man grew up in the shadows in one of Lucha Libre's greatest families, and look at him now. El Mago would be ashamed. This man, a Judas, and he doesn't belong in the WWE.
A Judas? He pulled the Archetype out of the gutter when the man was a punchline, dragged him all the way back to the main roster, and was rewarded with a swift kick to the arse.
For one of these men, this is their last night in WWE.
I've known the Archetype for a long time, and this man doesn't know how to quit. All it takes is one look at his comeback so far to see it.
Booker, you said it yourself. The Archetype is only on a comeback because he turned his back on the WWE Universe for more than 2 years. When the going got tough, he said, "I quit already." And he might do it again here tonight. No way!
Oh, suicide dive!
Using the ropes to devastating effect.
Like a missile through the air.
And now we've got a steel chair in the mix.
Oh, man. Well-executed suplex. What is he thinking right now? Hopefully he does not regret it.
With an uppercut. Flores gets waylaid.
Spear! Nearly cut in half.
Hey, leave our table out of this.
Now they're clearing it off, preparing for something dangerous. Power slam here, but sliding up, inverted DDT. Sent awkwardly into the table.
He's going up.
From the top! Whoa, look out! That was absolute lunacy.
Land Hector's in imminent danger.
Big suplex. Got him up there, got him high. Wait a minute, drops behind.
Escapes and a chop block takes him down. He answers right back. These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals. Bang! Bringing the fight closer and closer to our announce desk.
Let's just hope they don't bring it onto our announce desk.
He's absorbing a lot of damage here.
And as the pain increases, I wonder if we could be getting closer to those two magic words.
Now's the time to find that second win. Find that rush of adrenaline to push you forward.
Pulling out the table, and I'm sure he's not
They're setting the table on fire! Oh, my God! There it is! Reversal! He finally manages to answer back.
just firing off. Looking like a game of tit for tat now.
The hockey fight's just broken up.
This is more like a barroom brawl between these two. All this heavy artillery is really adding up.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe. This is a situation you want to avoid.
That table just disintegrated. I genuinely do not know how you can even think to continue a match after being forced to go through a flaming table like that. Just stay down.
Catches the leg.
Back and forth from these competitors.
Brutal club. Another unprotected shot straight to his head.
Measuring it up one more time.
Right down on a skull. If you weren't thinking about quitting before that, you probably are now.
Yes, I quit. He said he wouldn't quit. He meant it. The archetype survives, and so does his WWE career.
But look at Hector Flores. It's a hell of a thing to make it all the way to your dream, then have it end like this.
What's happening here?
The archetype has a decision to make that will define the rest of his comeback.
I cannot believe it. After everything Hector has done,
The archetype is a good man.
But is Hector Flores? What's going to happen here?
They end things on good terms. That's what's going to happen.
After everything Hector cost him, the archetype is giving him one last WWE moment.
Man, I got chills. That's what this business is all about.
Thanks for taking the time to meet with me, Adam.
Of course. I gotta say, that was quite the win at the Royal Rumble. And then giving Hector that moment to say farewell was a stand-up move.
I wasn't sure what I'd do until I got there. But it felt right to part ways with Hector on good terms.
You made the right call.
But that's not why I'm here.
I figured there was more. What do you got?
We are full speed ahead on the road to WrestleMania, and Cody's going after the World Heavyweight title.
So you see an opening to get back to Braun Breaker.
Exactly. There's only one title that matters to me, and it's strapped around Braun's waist. So I'm going to make a statement that Braun and Heyman can't ignore. I'm donating my old championship to the WWE archives.
That might be enough to get Braun's attention.
Might. It definitely will. He won't be able to resist stepping up no matter what Heyman tells him. So what do you think? Can you help make this official?
I can. Just watch yourself. You're kicking a hornet's nest, and those bastards sting.